Welcome back. This segment is sponsored by the law offices of David L. Carrier. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia affecting more than 5 million Americans. Today, our elder law and estate planning expert, David Carrier, is here to talk with us about, among other things, the upcoming Alzheimer's Walk to raise awareness about the disease and funding for research and needed programming. But also, it raises the issue of helping plan when you are in a situation of having any form of dementia. And in a couple of your recent workshops, you've gotten some really good, pertinent questions about how to deal with this. The first question you got was, would having an elderly dementia patient sign legal papers be elder abuse?
That's a real, very, very sensitive issue, because lots of times the wake-up call that people get that, hey, maybe we should do something about this, is the diagnosis. Now, if you have a diagnosis of Alzheimer's in particular, well, you know, it's a 10-year course of the disease, typically, you know, somewhere around there. And for lots of folks, just because you've got the diagnosis, just because there is the process is ongoing, doesn't mean that you're not mentally competent. But you have to jump on it. I mean, you can't just say, well, you know, Alzheimer's doesn't get better, okay?
Yeah, right.
And so it's not elder abuse to do the planning after you get the diagnosis, provided that the person does, you know, who they are, where they are, when they are, natural objects of their bounty.
Okay, so do you ask those kind of orienting questions to know that it's appropriate for them to still be in a position to make decisions?
Oh, you have to. Yeah, you have to. Because, you know, if they, you know, and everybody confuses the day of the week sometimes, right?
Yes, right.
But if you don't know who your kids are, and you don't know that you have a house, or, you know, and like you're supposed to know generally what you have financially. Well, if you're saying you've got billions of dollars and you've got 100,000, well, okay, they were a little bit off there.
Yes,
you know?
right.
It's
so you make these sorts of judgments, and then there is a way for the other partner to take control and make the appropriate decisions that include the care of both people.
Provided, provided that you're still competent, then we can do that with trusts and the power. There's lots of great stuff we can do when the person's competent. If the person's not competent, now we're into probate court, now we're doing the guardianships and conservatorships. And your options are really very restricted at that point, which is why you can't wait. And sometimes, you know, sometimes it's a matter of months, it's a matter of weeks sometimes between. We just had a few cases just recently where, you know, we got the planning done, and we've got a letter from the physician that says, yep, she's competent now. 2-3 months later, not competent. Well, I didn't have a year. I didn't have to. I had to do it right now. And then soon thereafter, you know.
Okay, we got about a minute, so I want to get through this. My father was just diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it says, and all he has is an old will. What can we do?
Get in.
Get in.
You know, if you just got the it absolutely is, and that's why we're doing the you know, the Walk to End Alzheimer's. This is one of our first really big charitable pushes, you might say. We're doing Carrier's Cavalry, you know, and we're doing the T-shirts, and we just signed up a photo booth. So we'll have a little tent there, you know. And you know how they have those photo booths where you go and you get your group picture. So we're sponsoring one of those. So if you're coming to the Alzheimer's Walk, which is September 13th, right, and it's just a little walk. I mean, it's not going to kill you. We'd love to see you there, and then come by the booth, you know, and you can get a picture with your whole team.
I'll tell you, being at an event like that is very powerful. It's a disease that robs you of your power, because there's nothing that you can do except for try to, you know, deal with each new chapter. It's powerful to join forces with other people and feel like you're making a difference.
And you know about that personally,
don't you? I know it, so do you. So thank you for what you're doing, and join his squad. If you want more information about the law offices of David L. Carrier, or joining his Walk to End Alzheimer's
Carrier's
team.
Cavalry.
Yeah, the Cavalry. Go to WZZM13.com under Take 5.